Okay.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Theraexpressions Meditation, where Darcy Marta, beautiful Darcy Marta, my co-host, and myself, Jemima Godsall, talk to you regarding topics surrounding mental health, where mental health matters. Theraexpressions Meditation is in Casper, Wyoming, and they're a beautiful place where they do therapy through yoga, holistic living, and other sort of wonderful things they offer there. So please check out their website. I am an ambassador for this Theraexpressions, and Darcy and I, as I said, do talk to you each week around different topics. As I said, we do try and normalize the conversation, Darcy, don't we, around these sort of everyday topics that most people have issues with or struggles with, and we're just trying to make people not afraid to talk out, because usually after you talk out loud, 50% of the issue is sort of resolved or dissolved, which is fantastic.
Right, sometimes you just have to hear yourself, what you're muddling around in there, rolling them stones around. Boom, 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 right?
So true.
Yeah, and if you can find someone you trust, you can talk it out, and find a good listener, and then it takes all that pressure off that's been building there. So we're trying to normalize that conversation.
Yeah, and mental health issues are being shunned. Like, it was such a shame to have an issue mentally, or feel like scared to tell people because you don't want other people to feel responsible for it, or people wouldn't want to hear it because they don't want to be responsible for it, all this stuff. But it's sort of shifting now, that understanding that we all have issues, we all are human, and we all have waves of emotions, and it's really important that we discuss this and feel confident enough to be able to talk, and the other person is not a rescuer, but just a listener and a guy, and a nice, good sort of safe circle to be in. That's why Darcy's.
That's a good point, Jemima. That everybody at one point or another has suffered, difficulties and depression of sorts, and big feelings that they are overwhelmed by, and so. Absolutely.
We're not alone. I mean, all humans, as you said, all of us have chaos to bring around the beautiful evolution as we grow, and we emotionally grow, physically, spiritually. We have to go through something that's sometimes challenging, a little bit or a lot, and that's what makes us grow as a human spiritually and develop and move through our world. So it's really important to recognize that everybody at some time has a tear or an issue, or is struggling at some point. So it's an annoying thing, but we all have to go through that. But that's life. It's the gift of life, is dealing with these roller coasters.
I have a quote that's on my bulletin board right in front of me that says, "Being sad and angry and feeling the whole range of human emotions is part of being alive. Exactly. Not being stuck in any of them is the key to happiness." And James Barras said that.
Beautiful. Yeah, not being stuck in them. That's the challenge, isn't it? Yeah. And I'm not talking about it can keep you stuck sometimes, because you feel stuck. You feel like, and that fear of judgment or fear of talking about it is sort of, that's what we're trying to release, that fear of being authentic, being 100% authentic. Yeah. So this week, Darcy, I wanted to talk about the importance of finding your life's purpose, which is a loaded topic, guys. I understand this. I sort of touch on these things, but it's just our sort of few pointers we can talk about. How do you feel in relation to the importance of finding your life's purpose? Have you found your life's purpose yet?
I think at different times in my life, I had different purposes, and this is, I think, kind of important that, you hear all that kind of, cheerleading. Follow your dreams, follow your dreams, follow your dreams. Your dreams can change. It's okay. Your dreams can change. And so if you follow your dream to a certain point, and then that's the end of that, it's okay to let that go and find a new dream and move forward. And your life's purpose can change. Totally, it can change. You can find all sorts of new things, and then the other thing is when you're a person like me, where you have multi-interests. I mean, I have so many things that truly interest me, that sometimes it gets really hard to stay on track with my life's purpose. So I've been on tracks, and right now I'm actually redeveloping where I want to go with what I am doing. And so that is really challenging at 61. That's a big challenge to say, who am I?
God, you look good. God, you look good for 61. Sorry, man. You look so hot.
Thank you.
Seriously, being a teenager. Damn.
Oh,
Really, really nice. I want to look like you when I grow up. Just joking. Yeah, I think what you said too, it's so important to give, if you want to take permission from us guys, is that your purpose can change. Don't be afraid to go, oh my God, I'm a failure, because no, there is no such thing as failure in this world. It's if you try and it doesn't work, or you try and you change your mind, awesome. Like, at least you give it a whirl. I know that I didn't really understand life's purpose until I went through my crisis with my suicide attempt. Not really until after that suicide attempt did I get awakened, and I went through a whole emotional, during COVID's isolation, which was perfect timing too, and I was forced to sort of go within and understand that I was just doing, and I kind of I fell off the track with my acting career and my directing career. Not that was because I fell in love, and then I was in a horrible marriage for a long time. And drugs just overtook my life. So it was like the purpose was just to be a drug addict, pretty much in the end, to focus on how I get my drugs. Mm-hmm. And so then I realized that after my suicide attempt, I was gifted this opportunity as a survivor to speak as a survivor for mental health issues. And that's such a huge purpose. And I love it because it gives me strength. It gives me motivation. It reminds me to keep my life going. It was a gift that I'm here. It's a huge gift that I'm still alive. Massive gift. And that really encourages me to keep on going and to keep the faith in my life to be an ambassador for mental health, and that's huge. It's made a huge impact on the strength and confidence I have within. Even when I feel like shit, I know that there's a reason behind why I'm still plugging along and doing this. And even if there's no response, I don't care. There may be one person, or it's just you and I, Darcy. Sometimes I think that's awesome. I get healing. You know what I mean? It's like there's this drive, a different sort of drive and strength and confidence, I think, is really the keys to it in walking through your days, which is powerful,
Yeah, I think our society puts so much emphasis on success being this monetary, visual thing that a lot of times I think people compare themselves and feel like, oh, I'm not enough just doing what I'm doing or who I am. I got to be, popular, or I have to be, et cetera. I used to be an actress, and so it was really hard for me to walk away from that identity, that I kept walking around saying, I am an actress, I am an actor. That's what my identity was. And then when I decided that for me, acting in the 80s, the 80s were brutal for women. Everybody had to go through cosmetic surgery, and they were getting these big, huge boob implants, and it just was not me. It wasn't who I am. And so, and the scripts were really violent towards women. There was a lot of violence towards women. And my sensitivity, my sensibilities were not, aligned with what I was being given to look at. So I just couldn't do it. Also, in that industry, you really need a lot of support. You need a lot of champions to be there with you. And I just didn't have it. So what I've learned over the years is to be my my own champion. Which that is not always the best.
Tough,
sometimes it's like, whoa, I'm kind of like losing steam here. But lately I have embraced this part of me, the psychic part of me, the healer part of me. The hypnotherapy is great for me. It's been working really nicely, working with adults and children. And really, I think one of my fortes is understanding emotions and the human condition. And so I'm embracing this part of myself,
that's beautiful.
My unique take on health and healing and mental health awareness, etc. So I'm just there.
But hey, you've got so many. That's great for your next path in life. The last chapter of your life. Dare I say that? It's like, this is beautiful. You found your niche for this, and it's a beautiful way to celebrate the rest of your life. To give in such a way is just beautiful. and you're so good at it. I mean, that's why I love talking to you. That's why I asked you to talk to, because you're wise and you're sensitive and you key in very well to emotions. And it's it's important because you also help the other person ground and find themselves, you know.
Right.
I also find with the purpose thing that what was I going to say? Oops, sorry guys. The purpose thing. Oh yeah. That's your life tends to flow a little. Like I find if your purpose can be small or big, guys. I think so long as you are flowing and you feel happy with what you're flowing with, be it it's making you money or not, and you feel that's what your drive is with your life. That's even if you don't know what your purpose is, that may be your purpose, because I find like things do flow. They go well. Opportunities will come around. You get excited about turning up. All those sort of things really inspire you to find your purpose, or if you haven't found it, or you're to maintain your purpose, to keep going with your purpose. Because I think it's just that flow, that happiness that you feel within is your life purpose. It's like we're all meant to feel good about what we're doing, not slaving over a desk, 9 to 5, eight days a week, pretty much.
Yeah, unless slaving over that desk can get you to your purpose. I mean,
True.
It could be that your job does not have to be your purpose or your identity.
True.
It's just what you are doing now to get you where you need to go to do what you want to do. And so the big hope is that when you leave that job that might not be so inspiring for you, is that you're going off to go do something then that is inspiring.
Yeah.
So that you go, okay, I'm done with my job today. Now I can go work on building my garden, or building that shed, or helping underprivileged children, or building my community, or running for office, or whatever it is you want to do that gives you a sense of involvement in your life, involvement in your community and your life. One of the greatest things about Zoom is that now I can reach more clients.
Yeah. Totally. Me too.
I was so limited, with the office space and, just who was here. And now I can reach people who are very far away. And that's very
exactly. I'm the same. I wouldn't have any clients, my Pilates classes, if I didn't have Zoom. Like it happened during COVID, obviously we all know, and isolation, I should say. And I've still got those clients are the ones who still come like 2.5 years later. And I'm thinking, my God, what would I do without you guys? Like, thank God you're still here. I have occasional drop-ins, but no live classes anymore. And now it also gave me the opportunity to be on the road, and have the ability to pursue my purpose and be happy about it, and have the freedom of Zoom, being able to have access to anybody, anywhere. It's such a gift. Did you know, just as a little sidetrack, do you know Zoom actually only started, they didn't know, obviously, about a month before COVID isolation hit, and they were starting this platform, but then the isolation hit and Zoom went, BOW! And they was going to making millionaires overnight. They had no idea that was going to happen. What amazing timing. There's not a gift for them. They were obviously meant to be they're perfect timing for them. Just they've flourished. Imagine they just know, oh my God, and they had overwhelming at first. They couldn't get it all together because people, they had too many people asking questions or whatever. It was just like, that is like divine timing. Well, good for them. That's their purpose, to help people in times of need. My God, what a gift.
Right.
Yeah,
right. But I think, if you are struggling with your purpose, if you're struggling, and believe me, I get it. I've struggled. I continue to struggle. Sometimes I still question myself, like, I don't like that weird stigma around the word healer, because, there's so many weird healer people out there that I know I'm a little judgmental, that I just have to kind of turn off my judgmental brain and go with it. But if you're out there struggling with it, I would say the way to find it is to start exploring the things that give you enthusiasm. Like, what are you enthusiastic about? What do you like? Do you like cars? Do you like, nature? Do you like going for walks? These kinds of things. Go and look at and join a group that deals with the things that you like. So maybe, you're really into nature, then find a walking group or a nature restoration group, or something to be a part of, so that you don't sit at home and by yourself and go, I don't know what to do with myself. go outward and say, what really interests me? Well, maybe it's tarot. Well, then take a class in tarot. Maybe it's yoga. Take a class in yoga. Find a group that you can be with.
Yeah.
And that will really help you find that next step towards finding your purpose.
Yeah, it's very important to not freak out if you don't, if you're listening to this and go, but I don't have one. Don't freak out. It's okay. We all have purposes and don't have purpose and don't know sometimes, and as Darcy said, feel a little fragile sometimes around what's going on with your purpose, and that's okay. Don't feel lost or scared or that something's wrong with you. It's just, as Darcy said, beautiful to look outside yourself. If you find your things that turn you on, stimulate you, and make you feel good, then go and join a group or do something like it with animals or whatever it may be. And I think that's a really good idea to. And
I have a friend who has a child with special needs, and so she's at home all the time, and she started to, and as they're growing, the child is growing, they're actually thriving and they're doing really, really well, but she's really stuck still at home feeling like she can't move anywhere. So she's very gifted at well, she's gifted at so many things, but she's gifted at both gardening and at restoring old furniture. So
fantastic.
It's been amazing. I'm like, go with that. So she started collecting all this furniture and like refinishing it, rebuilding it, repurposing it. And her garage is just loaded with stuff. And she's going to sell it to people. And people are commissioning her to do stuff for them.
Oh, wonderful.
It's really good. And she can be at home. She can do what she's talented at, and it just started really small with just for fun for her as an interest, and now it's turned into this whole thing.
Exactly. Fantastic. What a great story. That's actually a good story to sort of end on, because it is, we can your purpose can be such a small thing, an idea to begin with, and then develop and grow and become something so much bigger. And remember, it's not about having to have the big crowd or the lot of money from your purpose. I don't have that, but I know I'm following my purpose right now, and it makes me feel good, and I know that I'm doing something good for the community, for the world. And hopefully if it's one person out there who gets turned on or feels better, awesome. My job is done, and it's not a job anyway. It's my gift has been received,
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And I think learning your social media, learning more tech stuff will just open up your message to people, Jemima, that people will get to hear what you're putting out there. I think what you're putting out there is really brave, and it's really important to say, look, if I can survive, you can survive. We can get through this, and
so true.
Right.
So you can help me there then with the tech.
Leading the blind. Ooh, where are we going?
I pressed, where's enter? Where's enter? Oh! How do I press enter? I know, I'm older too. It's okay, we got it. Anyway, guys, thank you. That was a great conversation. Darcy, do you have a tarot card you can pull for us in regards to our purpose?
Purpose?
Yeah, in regards to...
Sure. So this is, what do we want to ask about purpose? We want to say, how do we find support for our purpose? How do we find support in ourselves for our purpose? Is that what we're looking for?
Yep. Yeah, I think it's a profound thing, like how long I had no idea what that meant. Do you know what I mean? And just had to discover it after the suicide attempt and realize, oh shoot, there is a reason for this beside drug addiction and violence. It's like there's actually something really beautiful to go for in this world. So have faith, guys. Have faith. Keep your faith.
Have faith. That's really true. A long time ago when I was driving through LA, I was going through a really difficult time, and I said, I just need to learn how to really understand faith, what it means to have faith. Because I felt like all I was having faith in was fear. I just kept driving going, I feel like I have faith and fear. Oh, this isn't going to work. Oh, am I making another mistake? Oh my gosh, what am I doing? And so I felt like maybe what I'll ask for is, help me learn to have faith in faith. Help me understand what faith means.
Beautiful.
And, my goodness, the universe has really been giving me that lesson for a while now.
Oh, bless.
I get it. I'm learning. I get it. So, okay. I have to tell you, I've started with a new deck. I just wanted to try.
Oh, sweet.
And so this one is by Radley Valentine.
Oh, beautiful. Awesome. How gorgeous.
Yeah. And his cards are angel tarot cards.
Absolutely beautiful.
He made them with the intention of creating a tarot deck that was not as scary and a little more simplified for people.
Okay,
So,
interesting.
because tarot can be quite scary. So this is a basic tarot deck, but he uses dragons, fairies, unicorns, all sorts of different
Beautiful.
pictures. But the interesting thing is, so I was just shuffling the deck, I was shuffling through our whole conversation.
Yeah.
Is last night I was playing with it and I asked a question, I chose a card and I was like, oh, that's really important. That's great. So I shuffled and shuffled. Well, I just pulled the same card again.
Really? Wow. Okay. I
So
can't see it.
Okay. So like
awakening. How funny. I just said awakening. My gosh. Amazing. What does the bottom say, Das? Would you read that out?
Yeah.
Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful.
It says, look at things from a different perspective.
Okay.
A temporary standstill. It's important to be yourself. So see, she's
there you have it. Can't make it up, guys.
She's upside down, looking at things from a new perspective.
Beautiful.
And this is how we find our purpose. We have to look at things from a new perspective and not
so
say,
true.
well, I'm not an actress anymore. Oh, does that mean I'm not a human being anymore?
Yeah.
Okay. So his book, it says awakening. It's time to review your plans according to this card and look at things from a new perspective. Ask yourself, is it possible that a different approach would work better? Although it may feel like events have come to a standstill, this is temporary. So make use of the extra time you have been given to rethink your strategies. You may need to step outside of the norm and the mainstream right now and embrace your unique and eclectic beliefs or attitudes. It's also a good moment to be generous with your time, attention, and gifts. This tithing of sharing your gifts is returned by the universe manyfold to you. So the additional meanings of this card is selflessness, epiphanies, unexpected life changes, the need for patience, the power that lies in being oneself with unusual solutions. And he puts the Archangel Gabriel is the angel who helps people become divine messengers of love. And when you think and act from a place of love, others are drawn to you. So
that's beautiful.
It is, and it's very much about what we're talking about when you're looking for your life purpose, is to really think in a different way, move in a different way, join a group, put that love, something that inspires you out there, and find your unique take on life.
And remember too, like the more when you selflessly give, the universe gives you back tenfold, which is so true, which I'm learning finally. And so I hope you guys can take something away from that. I think it's beautiful. And remember, be kind, be gentle with yourself. Thank you, guys. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Thank you, Darcy. You're beautiful. I love chatting with you every week.
Chatting with you too. Thank you so much.
Peace out, everybody. Bye-bye.